Okay, so it's been a few days and I haven't heard anything from the folks at Printrbot other than a nice tweet saying that someone would be contacting me shortly. So I've decided to take apart a little bit and see what I can learn on my own and perhaps provide some more information that will help solve this problem because I have found another post with others that are experiencing the same issue on Printrbot Plus V2s. So this is the new extruder. I've got it pretty much disassembled. I've taken the motor off. I've taken the hot end out. I've got everything disassembled here, and I'm going to show you what I think will be a solution to the issue in the previous video that I had shown, which was that the hot end is too short and is not clearing this plate here. The bottom of the hot end does not go below the bottom of this plate, so therefore this whole carriage piece is hitting the bed before the hot end does, and so you can't print anything because the hot end doesn't hit the bed at all. So here's what I've come up with. So here is our new extruder piece. It has a lovely plate that goes on the bottom. They've got the fan housing over here, and this is the plate on the Printrbot Plus V2 that sits on top of. And these two holes right here align with the two holes in the new extruder head that are in this plate to mount the entire extruder assembly to the carriage. So since we only need the hot end to be roughly maybe 3 to 5 inches lower, and since conveniently the thickness of all of the plywood that is used on the Printrbot seems to be roughly 3 to 5 millimeters, my thought is that one of these two plates, if I throw this up here, either this base plate on the extruder or this base plate on the carriage, one of those two should be considered redundant. And here, give me just a second here, is what I've come up with. So if we put this up there on the top, you can see the alignment of the two plates. And when this base plate, I'll use the screwdriver here. When this base plate is mounted on the carriage plate, these two screws are still exposed. It sits slightly forward. And so what I'm imagining is that a new top plate to this carriage plate could be easily designed that had these 4 cutouts in it for the base of the new extruder. It would need 2 screw holes for the mounting of that extruder assembly, and then these 2 side holes should still align with side holes here. But my thought is that this entire plate could easily be removed and replaced with one that had that had 2 screw holes in the back for these, had new cutouts put in place. It would not need this cutout anymore. It would have the circle cutout there. But this single new plate should allow the new extruder to sit on this carriage and be at the right height. Without having to, go to the version 2.1 version of this carriage, which has a totally different assembly here, which would be a lot more costly to produce. So my thought is, if our friends at Printrbot can design a new laser cut piece of plywood that simply goes here and basically fills the need that this plate provides to the new extruder, we should be ready to go in no time at all. If I had a laser cutter at home, I would have already tried to produce this part because the measurements are pretty clear here, and I have a micrometer and I could have drawn it out. But I don't, so I'm posting this video in the hopes that our friends at Printrbot can print something, or in this case, cut something that would fit the bill. Just an idea. Thanks.